Rise royally. Welcome to HighVibes for You. My name is Legend, and I focus on manifesting, healing, and self. If that's content that you're interested in, do stick around, subscribe, so that way you can be in the loop when I upload more. If you're returning, welcome back, fam. Thank you for all the love and support. And as you can probably see, we are outside with it, okay? And I wanted to do a weekly reading that focuses, again, manifesting, healing, and self, but on your internal energy and your external energy that you're in control of. Anything that comes outside of self that you may need to be aware of that comes out, I'll definitely speak on it, but this is all about you. So I wanted to do something a little different, and I was getting ready to record this reading downstairs at my table, but I came outside for something, and the water, it was just so relaxing and so freeing. So I was like, you know what, it's calm, it's during the day, so most people are at work right now, so why not just do a reading outside? I typically don't ever do that. But I also wanted to share, I feel, the therapeutic energy that this waterfall is providing. So I'm going to be silent for a couple minutes. And in that silence, allow yourself to release any emotion you may have been carrying that's heavy, that's overwhelming, stressful, creating some level of doubt, uncertainty within yourself, within where you're going. Just allow yourself to completely just be in this moment and relax. As you're doing that, go ahead and decide what pile you're going to pick for the week ahead. And then I'm going to shift over into the overall collective energy that I felt for the week ahead, and we'll get into your piles. Okay, so assuming that you've gotten your pile, we're going to go ahead and get the overall energy for the collective. So most importantly, the overall energy this week that's going to keep you empowered is intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes come true. All God's wishes for me come true. This is allowing for you to go with the flow in correlation to what it is that you desire. Not choosing a forced path, a path that creates resistance, but one that allows for ebb and flow. One that even doesn't have all the certainty figured out. So you can leave room for the divine to act on your behalf. So as long as you're clear on your intention and you have faith that you have support of the Heavenly Father, that's all you need. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. Going with this is Leo. This is the message for your energy this week ahead. Being confident, persevering through any type of challenges you may experience. And with that, don't necessarily feel like you have to combat it. You have to, I feel like, prove yourself in any way. It's just endurance. Understanding, okay, this is temporary. It may be a little hot right now. I know to cool off. But I got this. I'm strong. Even if it is involving some aspect of your social life, I'm not inferior. With this as well, wow, we have water. This is the overall wisdom that you're gaining this week. Look at the synchronicity, how I came outside and got drawn to this water fountain. And just sitting out here and enjoying it, it feels so freeing. I can't explain. I hope that I'm able to share that energy with you through the video, but this is emotion. This is allowing for this to start moving and not being so still. In a sense where it's not, and let me be clear with that, okay? Because with water and me saying like it moving, you being in a continual state of flow. Not necessarily rushing rapids with it, but also not too slow to the point where you can have build up on it. It's even giving me a vibe like this, like turning a fountain on to allow a filtration system to go through. And honestly speaking, with the heart nurturing and confidence and faith, there should be no harsh emotions or, I feel, stagnant emotion within yourself this week ahead. You should feel good. This is what this is showing, to say the least. Assisting you with this is a new life, speaking to healing and cleansing. This is definitely clearing out something. Notice the synchronicities with filtration system, and I feel like this is what you're learning how to do. It's a level of mastery within yourself that I feel is going to produce a lot more execution, a lot more freedom, a lot more happiness, but newness, to say the least. Concurring that is bright ideas, creative, and onto something. And so you know, I didn't necessarily look at these cards. I literally just grabbed one from each deck that I'm using in the pick-a-pile. So this is the harmonized energy between the two piles for everyone to have access to. And this is confirming you have every reason to be confident, every reason to proceed or start, whatever it is for you, restart even, because you're on to something. This new mindset, this new focal point, it's going to prove to be very renewing for you. This is a brand new journey that you're going in by you shifting your focus and how much you carry in comparison to how much you give the Lord to carry. This is what you're learning how to do. And in the meantime, not allowing for anything to shift your focus from what you know is coming into fruition. Taurus in the second house, confirming morals and values, where you've been stubborn, where you've been experiencing going with the flow and just trusting, not needing to be in control, finding value in yourself and what it is that you're desiring and being okay with it just because you want it from a heart center. This is what is, I feel, bringing you, in some instances, increase in your finances, a solution to financial situations, also possibly a new offer for some. But this is priority in check. This is, I'm investing in the right things now. I feel love for myself, and I also feel I'm receiving love in what I believe in. I get value out of what it is that I find I have to offer, just being myself. This is even being content with doing the best you can with what you have in any given moment in time. And as long as you did give it your all, you gave it the best you could with what you know at this moment, with what you're capable of doing, with what you have at this moment, that's all you have to worry about, because your intention is there. And as long as that is connected to the heart space and in alignment with the fruits of the Spirit of God, baby, He gonna give it to you 3 times tenfold and in ways you never thought of. All you need to know and trust is that your intention, your vision, what you think is priority, and what you're hoping to receive here, it's in alignment. And I feel like if it's been questioning, it feels like questioning also kind of tied into, again, some sort of hardship, maybe even financially. You're getting the answers you need this week. And I feel like most of the answers that you've been needing is just reassurance. It's also some sort of evidence that things are moving forward, and you're going to get this. So the message for external energy is to know that you are more. And I feel like whatever this is, there's some limitation that you're coming out of, and embracing that God doesn't just want what you want for yourself. He wants you to have an abundance of it. It would be an example equivalent to, oh my goodness, I really need this money to pay this bill, and then I have that bill. It's, you know who's popping in my head? There's a literature, I forget the name of it, but it's by this woman named Florence. And the way that she explained it was, when you ask for something or you want something, don't play it small. Like, ask for everything. Like, don't limit yourself. So instead of, having an intention to want to create a solution for that bill, it would be like, oh, I want to create a solution to where none of my bills are a problem anymore. I'm able to have a lot more freedom. I'm able to get rid of a lot of things that have been stressing me out. I'm able to see the value that I possess that I can turn into profit. Or I'm able to see the value that I possess that others didn't recognize, but now I can see maybe I just need to go higher, aim higher, or maybe even just move forward. Again, no still waters. There's a filtration system here. But this is giving higher thoughts, seeing the bigger picture, seeing things from a higher perspective as well. Strong Virgo energy this season with this lunar cycle that we're in. And lastly, additional insight and wisdom gems that are going to be coming to you is what you need more of, where wisdom is found, and your gift to share. All right? So let's go ahead and get into your pile. Again, the first pile is being enough. The second pile was hardship. And let's see what the messages hold for y'all. So you chose being enough. And this says, the innermost heart says, you are enough, nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow, more deserving. You, yes, you are love. Know it. Look at all the green. And look at the water releasing. Do you see that? You see the water drops? I'm trying to tell you, this may be a really good time for you. If you like being outside, go to your favorite pond. Go to where, if you don't have a body of water, try to find somewhere where there's a fountain and like you can at least get that if that's not even available, because I know some people live in a city or a more rural area. Definitely look up water meditations. You can also do this in the shower, just sitting and letting the shower run on you for a little bit. I definitely think there's something about cleansing though. And if this isn't speaking to that, this is definitely confirming that any type of emotions that you've had about yourself and the value you have to offer that you can attract based off of your experience up until now, I need you to let that go, because that has no bearing over what's to come. I need you to know that even in this present moment, those situations, those choices, or those opinions, whatever, it's a part of the past. The only thing that's keeping that energy present is your mind and you fueling it with emotion. So we need to filtrate those thoughts to shift the perception so we can gain the broader perspective of self though, and why you are enough as a result of what you think is why you're not, to be honest. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is referencing. Definitely speaking to solar plexus. This says to Paris, I believe that's how you say that. This is a representation of the tree of life. I'm going to read it intuitively, and then I'll get you what the author is referencing with that for additional information. Wow, inner conflict resolution. The snake is giving me Scorpio energy. I love the synchronicity that we have this eagle-like bird flying above this snake. But it's really giving higher perception. Being able to shed skin, transform. Being able to recognize how you have shed skin and transform as well. But honestly, whatever the question, whatever it is that has been creating the internal discord, it's a lack of you feeling this, you determining this, you deciding this, you doing things that are going to amplify this energy and prove to you just how worthy, just how capable. It's time for you to shed some skin, possibly even getting clear about what makes you feel as though you are not, and then work through it from there. Very, very spiritual energy I feel coming through with this as well, where by you just accepting and releasing the emotional dispositions you've kind of validated as truth with lack of action, lack of belief, and I feel acceptance, there's going to be a breakthrough that allows for you to make some sort of decisions that you may have been holding back from. And this could even just be a mode of expression within yourself, where you no longer hide, you no longer suppress how you feel, you no longer stay in complacency, any noun or area of your life, but also thought process. You want more, you're deserving of more. And I feel you're finally ready to go and get it. Your astrological message is Libra in the 12th house. Definitely speaking to releasing the subconscious mind. Libra coming through is giving me indecision, to say the least. And honestly speaking, with the 12th house, this is trusting in your decisions. Am I good enough? Can I make this happen? Will I be successful will I be recognized? Am I qualified? You are. And it's by divine right with the 12th house here. Something is very much spiritual in this decision that you're making. And that says to me that it's aligned with what the divine wants you to have. No more playing it small. No more hiding. It's time for you to shed skin and really live. Wow. Choice. Look at the water. So what are you going to choose? Because this is letting me know very clearly that it's getting to a point where you're going to have no choice, or you're being put in a situation where you don't have a choice but to surrender. You've piled the rocks up here as far as you could, and you notice they're getting smaller. So now you have to make a choice. You have to decide. And I mean, honestly speaking, it's releasing the fear of diving deeper into feelings that you desire to experience, you want to explore within yourself, and maybe that you want to release, to be honest, to experience freedom and a newness, a renewal of self. So that being said, real quick, your energy message with the yellow ball, forgive me, I know it's not grammatically correct, but I'd rather say that so you understand what I'm referencing than say the wrong name, and then you'd be like, oh. Alright, so you want to know what's interesting for real though? This, it says, is the 6th Seraph, whatever it's called, I apologize. But you also have the number 6 here, and then you got 12, which is 6 plus 6. So this is 1212. The 24th of this month may be of some significance to you, and particularly just looking at those dates together, possibly, by the end of the year, something may be like night and day for you, which really isn't that far, to be honest. But to say the least here, there's a choice and a decision that by you making, you may be fearful of doing, you're actually going to feel more empowered than you have before in your life. It's like a click into a new reality, into a better way of being that's freeing and not restrictive. So this says it is a symbolization of self-consciousness. It represents compassion, integration, and miracles. It is the visible product of the divine in manifested form, also embodying the desire for life. It says, this is the heart of the tree and is a sort of central balance. When Tibereth appears in your cards, you're being asked to examine your emotions. Do you pay attention to how they rule you? Do you acknowledge them, or do you shut them out? This card asks you if you are being true to yourself, as self-love, not vanity, is chief among healing yourself and resolving the issues at hand. So most definitely, be gentle. Don't be hard on yourself. Be forgiving, be compassionate, and patience as well. And trusting in the divine orchestration and timing of things unfolding. It's never, ever, I'm trying to tell you. Like, when I tell you it's always perfect and you couldn't plan. Okay? Ooh. This says venomous snake underneath there. I was looking at this as a transformation of yourself, but look, there might be something else we need to see. Let's see. It comes to speak to us about the ironic remedy of poison. The right amount of poison in our lives acts like a vaccine, allowing us to heal and build immunity towards a larger deadly dose. This poison comes to us in the form of inner conflict, suffering, and self-sabotage. Every great venture that you deeply yearn to manifest is met with agonizing inner conflict. When we are on our journey toward expansion and self-fulfillment, we will come face to face with an inner dialogue that tries to tear down our dreams. These debilitating moments are great mental anguish of these debilitating moments of great mental anguish are put on your path for you to witness, learn from, and eventually overcome. They are quite literally the catalyst for your growth. Strange how we view these thoughts as holding us back when in fact, in the right amount, they can act like a vaccine that allows us to create a certain type of immunity toward future obstacles on the journey of manifesting. Despite the inner agony, congratulations, this is all a normal part of the process and you're leveling up. This is why Falcon brought her medicine to this card, because she heralds victory in overcoming your current obstacle. Acknowledge that this moment of discomfort is part of your evolution. This is a growing pain. Falcon and venomous snake combine their medicine to reassure you the outcome is promising. Whatever conflict you are facing will soon dissipate. Take a deep breath, release, and smile. That was what we were getting before we even got to that message. Now, with choice, I'm going to read you the short version. It's 63. So, choice is speaking to, as you can see, I hope you can. I have a glare on the screen, so. Decisions, make up your mind, complacency. Wait a minute, can you see my feet? Okay, good. Hold on, because we don't want that. Decisions, make up your mind, complacency, getting off the fence, surrender, go with the flow, or hold fast and be unshakable. So ultimately, there may be something you need to make up your mind about. Choice is our expression of free will. It is our freedom to live the life we wish. There is a lot of power behind a final decision. If you've been on the fence about something, it's time to make your choice. You've been weighing your options long enough, so make up your mind and the tides will change along with you. Sometimes sacrifices are needed when we make decisions. Trust that what is meant for you will find you at the perfect time. Okay. So that being said, what does this look like with you embodying and dominating this energy? Because you're going to, like, the self-mastery transformation. Wait, hold on. Because you're going to, like, the self-mastery transformer you are, okay? Because that's what we do over here. Show me the beginning of the week, the middle, and the end. Well, the beginning of the week, let's not keep repeating stories that don't make us feel good. Let's not acknowledge things that are absent. Let's see more evidence of what is. And then even in that, let's not deflect or neglect these feelings or suppress them even, because they're not going to go anywhere. They're just going to reappear in other triggers. So let's deal with them. Acknowledge them with truth. Replace them with new affirmations that empower you, and don't dispel your shadow. Instead, embrace it as a superpower, the wisdom you gain from it. But transform and start living your truth. Decide from a soul level, not just from past experience alone or out of fear of change in the present. Wow, by the middle of the week, we have abundance manifestation. Let's not forget, this literally said, this was the divine, or the physical form of the divine manifestation, or something like that. Go back and you'll see what the book said. But this is giving me confirmation that you're going to see that you are said physical form of whatever the manifestation is. Neville Garter is a very, very good philosopher when it comes to manifesting techniques. You may benefit from watching his series and checking into either his audiobooks or looking into his meditation series. It's really good. They're really good at reprogramming your mind and helping you find solutions, or I feel like even, what do you call that? Where it's like to prevent you from relapsing. Helping you find a new vision to focus on and how to embody it in the present moment. Okay? And then by the end of the week, I can feel it in the air. But for real though, now by the end of the week, we're trusting in our decisions. We're listening to the divine. We're listening to our intuition. We're surrendering anything that is not in alignment with them. No, we're no longer listening to that. We're listening to the higher thoughts. Look at how it looks like she's in the air, wings spread, listening. Bird, wings spread in the air. This is a mindset thing. And baby, let me tell you, bottom of the week, you got the tables turned. So, in my opinion, it looks like things are going in your favor. Can we talk about it? Show me what the wisdom is that she needs to focus on, what's going to assist. I said she. Okay, hello. He or she, okay? For throat. Oh, she. Feminine energy. It's the yin within us. Okay. When love will arrive, this came in a challenging position. I feel like love will arrive when you recognize that you are love. Wow, yes, you are love. I didn't even recognize that until then. But that's what this is. And love takes on many forms, right? You could love to go to the beach. You could love to write. You could love to have a vision of what to look forward to. But whatever you feel a void has been, it's because you're not pouring it into that. It's almost like you've been either withdrawn or you haven't been allowing it to flow. There's been a resistance. So this is when it's going to come, when you start living your truth. Wow, past influences is coming up here with abundance and manifestation. I'm trying to tell you, don't let anybody get in the way of this. You only listen to the highest thoughts, highest frequencies. You live your truth. That's what this is showing me all day long. Look, no. Right here. For some of you, you're going to be hit with a decision. It's one of those things where it's like right when you finally detach and let go and all this other stuff and options that you wanted, right? That maybe put you on hold. It gives me a vibe like this. Let's just really just focus on your own energy. And let's not say this is dealing with a relationship, right? Let's say you've applied for some jobs before. It could be government jobs, just well-paying jobs. You went for it, you never heard anything, or they overlooked you, whatever the case may be. This is, and you know how they always send that email, we'll keep your application on file if anything ever opens up. Something new is opening up for you as a result of you conquering whatever your past influences has been. And as a result of this, I feel like you're going to know what to say yes to, what not to say yes to. There's some sort of illumination that you're gaining. I'm going to pull some clarifying cards. But I feel like in decision going forward, choose your emotional stability first. Choose what you know is going to make you stay in an empowered or an independent state when it comes to your decision making, how you feel about yourself, whatever the case may be. Never be afraid to be independent, and never be afraid to turn down what is not what you wanted. Don't ever settle. Don't ever feel like you gotta settle. And that's what I feel like this is getting you out of an energy of as well. Bottom of the deck. Wow, I didn't even see that. My career strength. So yes, most definitely, I feel like you guys are getting ready to get a job or an increase or at least an opportunity. Take it as it resonates. But baby, don't play with it, because this is showing, I set the intention for this week. So something that you've been wanting, I feel, maybe coming back around. If you still want it, maybe the delay has just been you speaking life or loving yourself, knowing that you're good enough, so that way when you do get it, people that have already been there, especially if it's getting into some level of hierarchy, this is going to be unwaverable. Like, no one's ever going to make you feel some type of way ever again. I'm trying to tell you. So outcomes to look forward to. Wow. Gossip. Watch your words and talking. Stop comparing yourself to social media, someone else's progress compared to yours, what other people are doing that you no longer associate with, what you used to do that you posted before in your past. Like, we're speaking life. We're watching things and looking at things that are affirming to us our truth. We're aligning to things that we are going to continue to use as a tool to help us imagine, not a tool to continue to beat us up and tell us what we're not. That's what we're not about to do. Look at foolish, sucker, and victimized. See? Now this is that accountability where it's like, okay, in hindsight, I'm trying to tell you, you recognize how a shift in how you love yourself and how you see yourself and speak over yourself, it can really make all the difference. where I'm not going to say you were a sucker, you were foolish. I feel like maybe that's what you were telling yourself. But now it's like, no, I'm not even a victim. I just needed to change. I just needed to kind of see things from a different perspective, learn from it, and be wise going forward in what I want to manifest. Getting clear about my intentions and not settling. We have hang your wings, misbehaving, and naughty. With no, and I can feel it in the air. And that's what I'm saying. We know what to say no to now. Again, the wings. We know what to say no to now that is not flying, that's not freeing, that keeps us on the ground. And we know what to say yes to that's actually going to take us into the next step. Now, I'm not going to hold you. Some of you guys, this may be tying into some level of partnerships, information coming out about the past. This could be tying into a company. Take it as it resonates. And this is what's assisting you. Someone's wrong, actually helping assist in making things right for you. So I don't want to get too far into that. The main message I want you to take away from this is that you are in control of your immediate reality in the direction and how quickly things are going to start shifting for you this week as a result of you believing in yourself, knowing you're enough. And the fact that I want to read it to you again because, baby, this is the internal energy. That's literally you're a physical form manifested of divine creation, or however they said it. So whatever choice you made, noting that, what do you expect? All right? Don't let nobody tell you different. If this helped you, inspired you, please like this video. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this in the future and hit the bell so you'll be notified. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until our next encounter, you better continue to stay in the high vibe. Get in your rocket and fly, okay? Out this atmosphere because, baby, all you got this week to do is to freely love yourself. All right? Take care. Okay, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into your message for the week ahead. Before we do, I cut the camera and I was shuffling the clarifying decks I'm going to use with your oracle messages here. And when I tell you my show me oracle deck here, well, not mine, I'm not taking credit, but this deck, okay, anyways, I was trying to shuffle it, and every single time I was looking at it or focused on it to shuffle it, the cards wouldn't come together. It kept, like, literally it was like, imagine me shuffling a deck and, like, you know, like they typically fold in together. Literally every single time they would fold just like this, like touching like that, but not going in, like coming together. And there was an energy in that where it was like frustration with everything. Like, it seems like no matter how hard you try or what avenue you go to, it seems like there's always some delay, or there's always a obstacle or a hurdle. It's like never just smooth sailing for you, or at least it's felt like that. I don't know how long you've been in this energy or it felt like this, but what allowed for me to finally get those cards to come together in a shuffle, I stopped looking at them, and then they just started shuffling together, no problem. So I feel like whatever it is that you're experiencing a hardship in, I really feel like before I even get into what this card says, stop looking at it either like that, or stop focusing so much on that and take a moment to just be. Accept what is and don't necessarily try to fix it, and allow yourself to kind of regroup into just a state of peace. Because I understand from personal experience what it's like to seem like every single time it's another hurdle. And then you trip over the hurdle on top of that. Then you get up and then it's like, oh, well, now you got to walk all the way back. Like, something stupid, just dumb stuff, right? Stuff you don't expect. So is life. But typically, my grandma used to tell me, whenever things seem to be getting really hard, it's a sign that the Lord is getting ready to bless you. He's been building you up, which is why I said in some instances, this may just be surrounding one particular energy that you're dealing with within yourself. This could be also tying into a circumstance, a situation, a relationship, or this could be over a course of time, something that you may have been battling with for a while, and it's like you're finally reaching your breaking point. And that's where God kind of wanted you. I don't want to say to just give up, but to surrender and allow things to just kind of fall into place. I don't like, it may appear, that's what's coming through. It feels like maybe things are falling apart, or they have been falling apart, but they're actually falling into place. So I hope that gives you an immediate comfort with whatever the hardship may have been that you're experiencing. Know that it's all going to work in your favor in the long run, okay? And there's a strength that you gain through this. You didn't quit. You didn't give up. You watching this. You still got faith in something, right? You still looking forward to something good coming from it. So there's a start. So with hardship, it says, may I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I'm yours. Most definitely. So, you got 2 cards. Despair. And, honey, can you see that? I hope you can see this and it's not like too bright, because I can't see the camera. But okay, I need your divine intercession right now. Oh, great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. Baby, let me tell you, this type of energy I feel. Okay? This is when you done gave all your best effort. You at the point now where you, like I said, it's like wanting to throw your hands up and give up. But don't do it in despair. Know that it's like, okay, all right, you got it. I'm giving it to you. I tried to carry this myself. I tried to do it. But notice that I tried. Allow God to show you. Allow God to guide you. Allow things to even kind of work out on their own without your mental capacity needing to create the solution. Embrace being, I feel, happy, finding joy in the midst of said hardship. I'll tell you right now, I know it's very easy for certain people, especially that do what I do, to tell you these things, and typically they're telling you from overcoming something. I'm telling you as I'm going through it. I'm into the thick of it. For the past 2 months, when I've been trying to further employment for stability purposes, I'll get a job. Oh, we gotta wait to start. Or, oh, we're not hiring right this second. Or, oh, yeah, we're gonna hire you, but you gotta wait to start. And you wanna know how long the wait time is? Typically, it's like, oh, okay, you'll start in a week, 2 weeks. No, it's like a month. Every job I get accepted at. And what honestly got me in a place of like trusting, going with the flow, and not losing my ish, honestly, is feeling it. And in feeling it, I had a moment of solitude with God, and I allowed myself to let it out. I allowed myself to be so vulnerable with me, like I said, with God, and I just vented, and I told him about everything that has been a challenge up until this point, where it's also including prior to the present moment challenges. I'm talking years, honey, of emotional baggage I didn't realize I was carrying, and continually projecting onto my self-image, into my situations, into my expected outcomes. I was also enabling certain judgments, opinions, and projections to have life based off of the emotions that I was feeling or validating with them. Until I did that, and I let that cry out, and I admit it. I don't know what to do. I ain't never been like this before. I'm so uncertain at this point. But I know you're a constant. I know I can trust you. But I'm surrendering now. I need you to show up. And I think this is what God was waiting on you to do. Because being real with you, what I was battling with that, not being proven wrong, not proving others right, but then also what I thought was very, in a very limited way, the only idea of what success could look like for me. And again, I told you, I don't know if you're waiting for, so what was the big success moment, as there's a grasshopper that's trying to come. Don't come any closer. Like, I'm outside with you, I know that, but please don't play with me. I will take off so quick. Them things could fly, okay? But look up the spiritual meaning of a grasshopper. And there's a butterfly over here flying by me. And a dragonfly just flew over here. Like, what is going on? But, the point in me telling you all of that is that the success I feel in the present moment, while I still have certain hardships that I was literally just crying over a couple weeks ago, a couple weeks before that, last month, like, you know what I'm saying? It's joy. It's being able to release. It's being able to find things to do that will let me experience happiness, let me continue to flourish in my progress and my efforts, and not just bow out. Not just give up, especially if you're a parent. I definitely understand the extra added burden of shame and freaking embarrassment and freaking, what is it, incapability, like feeling as though like you don't, like, you know, when you hear about successful stories of people and how they created their families and what they can do for your families, and you're sitting here trying to make a meal, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to make meal stretch, like, let alone. So I get it, is what I'm telling you. And I want you to know you're not the only person that goes through that. I feel like a lot of people don't have the confidence to be so transparent to let people know, hey, you know, I'm really kind of going through it, but I'm happy. I don't have to project my problems onto you. I don't need to, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to take things out on you. I don't need to have you feeling sorry for me. I'm nobody's victim. This is just a phase in my life. Has this phase been feeling like a little minute now? Yes. But you know what? That means that troubles don't last always, and we come into the downslope. About to get into this new beginning. So don't trip. The fact that this is coming out this week with the intention that I spoke of, baby, let me tell you, I feel like you're getting out of this energy. I also feel like the renewal you've been waiting for is coming. Not to mention the collective message that we had at the beginning. So please, 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 please believe, trust, and I heard just be. Just be. Live. Okay? So, okay. Your energy message. Nonogram. Listen. Let's see what this is referencing. But it made me giggle because non-agram. And I also feel like, too, whatever you may look at or whatever you may compare yourself to, possibly even subconsciously, this could even be going into generationally, where we're talking about traditions, upbringing, expectations that were placed upon us at a young age, and then maybe mistakes made along the way, and then expecting to make some big, big shift or milestone accomplishment, but feeling as though you've never really had that yet. Like, you kind of been like, you know what I'm saying? This, I feel, we not giving not even a gram of you know what grams are. We're not giving not even a gram's worth to any negativity, to any of this no more. We're not even, and it's giving me vibes of Instagram. I don't know why Instagram is coming through, but it's giving me like, don't get on Instagram where it applies. I also feel like, in a sense, where Instagram, like, we're not looking at that picture anymore, or we're not looking at this way anymore. Where did that butterfly just go? I hope he flew in the grass. I'm so serious. So, okay. We're going to look at nonogram in a minute. Let me get to the rest of your cards. We have service. I feel like you don't even know just how much service you have to offer as a result of what you've gone through and how you didn't fall. If you're talking to me, you didn't fall. A warrior gets bruised in battle. Sometimes they may have to lay there for a minute, okay? But they get back up again. And you're getting back up again. If you're not, like, been standing up but just holding on, it's giving me a 9 of Wands energy. But this is what your energy is externally that you're going to be involved in or going to be experiencing. Now, this is giving me being guided. I feel like you're going to have support. The obvious, if there was something speaking to needing some sort of assistance as it pertains to health, some sort of service. This could also be in-home service or transportation services. Aid in some type of way as it pertains to medical. You're getting it. If someone's been trying to get their dog to be qualified as a support animal for travel purposes, it's going to be approved. I don't know what that means. Some of you guys, a relocation or movement is going to be what you need. There's an ant crawling on here, and ants typically represent teamwork. And this ant in particular, these ants are big as heck. Like, they can carry things like almost 3 times their size. I feel like if it's been hard for you and you feel like you, even in non-agram, like you don't have anybody checking on you or checking for you, or you feel like the support you do have, they're not very supportive, there is this energy of you getting support, like assistance. Even the recognition here too, God is guiding you. You got angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Like, you got a spiritual team that is supportive of you, that's watching over you here. And there is a new beginning for you where you're going to have the support you feel like you've been missing. Whatever it is that you also feel like you've lost, that kind of got you in this despair. So, for example, before COVID happened in 2019, I lost my dad. Then... Well, actually, was it before then? Yeah, it was before then. Before then, even, I ended up, like, getting laid off from my job. That was one of the best jobs I ever had. Then I ended up losing my apartment. That was my first eviction. And then after that, I lost my dad. That was my best friend. And then after that, COVID hit. I had to move back in with my mom and my 3 kids, and I've been here ever since. And yes, there has been increase, there's been mistakes, there's been a lack of wisdom, direction even, execution in some instances, consistency, diligence, discipline. I have accountability, baby. I know exactly all the things I did wrong. But aside from the obvious, what I didn't understand, I needed to do was understand who I was, what I wanted to do with my life, like, and what was going to be required of me as a result. There was a lot of deep, profound healing that I didn't recognize I had become so conditioned to as norm, that kept putting me, I'm sorry, I just smacked the fuck out of my face. These bugs, honey, listen. But I literally didn't realize I was kind of subconsciously conditioned to be restricted, to kind of feel inferior than, because of how much I have or don't have, how much I've done or haven't done, how many people I know and don't know. Baby, if outcast black sheep was a person. Listen, but like I said, I feel like whatever that is for you. Okay, we're gonna try again, because I told y'all I couldn't see the sun was beaming on the daggone phone. That thing got hot, buddy. And I feel like maybe that's what it was. It reached a boiling point, a breaking point. And I just feel like that's what this was too. And I feel like whatever the breakdown is that you had or you may be coming into this week, it's going to be releasing a lot more than just what you're facing currently. I feel like it's really going to finally allow you to let go of a lot of the old convictions you used to condemn yourself to, whether self-imposed or experience gathered or someone else's opinion. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like this is what is kind of being freed to allow you to just move forward where you're being guided. Okay? So that said, Virgo in the 4th house. Wow, referencing traditions, upbringing, right? Beliefs, things like that. But the routine of it all, needing to adjust and adapt to one that's more beneficial to you. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is most definitely the Wheel of Fortune. This is progress. This is movement, but dedication and habitual transformation. Not necessarily looking for an immediate result outside of yourself. This is mastering the internal and the, again, routines that are going to be required of you externally, or, well, yeah, externally, to continue to stay in alignment and reflect what it is that you're wanting from an internal disposition, i.e. your heart space. And this is just focusing on you, your beliefs, your morals, your values, and making sure that whatever you give to outside of yourself, it allows you to maintain balance and harmony emotionally. Again, allowing you to feel like you're moving forward, even in taking it one day at a time, even if you're just focusing on mastering, feeling good and confident about yourself and your day-to-day efforts. So the overall wisdom, wow. Do you see that? It's balance. And look at all the red, the orange here. There's a purification from the root, though. And as a result, I feel like a lot of the limitations, the lack that you feel you give off, or you feel you're only able to yield, just looking at this is going to change. I honestly feel like a lot of what you dealt with, it's giving you some sort of wisdom here out of the dedicated effort of being able to go within. Because I'm not talking to someone that is a quitter. I'm not talking, like I said, I'm talking to someone that it took you a while to even get to this point of breaking down without, I mean, even then, maybe before you saw this, or maybe you've recently accepted this, but not feeling defeated, not feeling like a failure, and feeling as though in doing that, you're not a failure. I'm trying to tell you, this is a power move. So, what's assisting you? Wait, no, I gotta give you hold on, I gotta give you the book messages. Listen. So, we're gonna start with your nonogram. And if I sound funny, I'm standing up. I didn't bring a chair out here. But it's cool. Because my feet need the grass anyway. I'm trying to tell you, I typically read on the inside, like at my table and stuff, and I like to be all organized and stuff. When I tell you this was some of the most freeing energy, and like I feel so good, I feel like, baby, this message is one that's gonna ground you, honey. This gonna be like, you gonna want to run outside when you get when you get done listening to it. Shoot. Hold on. It's a 9-pointed star. Has a very... Do you see what I mean? But I'm not frustrated. Like at one point in this journey, that all these interactions, all these disruptions, when I tell you it would have pissed me off, I would have packed up and went in the house and said bump it, question why I have to go through this, why it's not fair. But I'm not even really like acknowledging that it is a mishap. To be honest with you, I'm just like, oh, it cut off, well, let me cut it back on and keep going. Keep going. Don't pay attention to whatever the disruption is, the distraction is. Don't let it put you there. That's just when you like, oh, okay, what did I learn? What can I do? How do I stay in balance? You know? And then I also feel like with Virgo in the 4th house, that may be you working through some sort of self-check system where you're able to prioritize your responses. Does this need a response from me? Do I need to give this any attention? Right? But okay. So it has very high significance in regard to numerological value and higher consciousness. It says the 9 is the final number of physical incarnation, the life number that prepares the traveler for their transition to higher realms of consciousness. Baby, come through, Holy Spirit. I'm trying to tell you. It says the number 9 resonates to higher frequency and thus enables the ability to communicate more strongly with higher planes of existence while not fully existing within them. If this ain't saying connected to God, finally being like, okay, you know what, God, I see you. Let me surrender to your will. Okay? It says, when it appears, you're being called to fully bridge the gap between the realms of the physical and the spiritual. You possess gifts that may not necessarily be, you may deny. Okay? But it says, you possess gifts that you may not necessarily be aware of, and now is the time to focus on their development. It is the time for you to take action and transform yourself. You must choose to walk the path or fight the tide. The transformational energies of the nonogram encourage you to tread your path with confidence. There is no inversion of that card. So, this is already confirming what we've been talking about, friend. 222 is just on the timer. Let's see what the service is referencing. Seeing eye dog. So, it says a lot. Wait a minute, I wasn't ready. Okay, so this card is, no, it doesn't. It says, this card image focuses on a seeing eye dog, which exemplifies the concept of selfless service as they dedicate their entire existence to being guides for others. When a seeing eye dog is assisting a blind person, their purpose becomes one. This oneness reflects what the world is in dire need of: service. Second to suffering, service is the next best vehicle to tame the ego, jumpstart your growth, blossom into yourself, and get over a painful experience. The wounded healer. Didn't I say 9 to 1 energy? Listen, come through, Jesus. An archetype conceived by Carl Jung speaks of a person who becomes healed by being of service to others. When receiving the medicine of the seeing eye dog, you understand that service will always lead to some form of success. This is not the superficial understanding of material success, which is what we were just talking about. It says, which is based on popularity. Baby, Jesus, come on. Come on, Holy Spirit. The author said, which is based on popularity, looks, status, or the amount of money in your bank account. Long-lasting and eternal success create an energy that can never be destroyed. This is the energy that is created when we are of service to others. Everlasting spiritual wealth. Baby, do you know the type of bank that you got racked up with all of the service that's evident that you have been putting out? This is service that's coming back to you. This is healing, replenishment. You can experience healing in finances. You can experience healing in health, literally, right? In relationships, at your job, in your home, with your car. I'm trying to tell you. It says, service is a conductor of blessings, both in the life and hereafter. Again, with this, see, because it's your faith. Then I tell you, I said you may have been bent, been broken down, been down as low as you ever been in your life, but you ain't never. It may have been even as small as a mustard seed at some point, but baby, you ain't never. Okay? For if we don't have him, we have nothing. We can't get that bad. Like, damn, what we gonna do? So look, this says, when we are truly selfless, we begin to align with the nature of our existence. We recognize that we are all connected, and essentially the entirety of the multiple. Okay, hold on. We recognize that we are all connected, and essentially the entirety of the multiple universes and ourselves are all one. This harmony with reality attracts hidden gifts produced by our alignment. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine shares that a blessing is approaching you through your selfless acts. Dedicate yourself. Oh, shoot. Dedicate yourself to some form of service to another. Your acts of service will be felt and noted. Success will follow. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine is here to help yourself by helping another. And I would definitely say you have a lot that you could share. How to persevere through, how to keep going when you ain't got nothing to go off of. That's why you should keep going. Okay, well, why you still believe in God when you felt like God left you at one point, or how you still was able to see evidence of how God was present the whole time in the midst of what you was going through, how you were able to keep your eyes focused on the positive in some instances. But everybody breaks sometimes because we can't hold all of that in. That's what causes like the rain to fall. The clouds accumulate with so much water, and then it gets so full and it lets it go. I mean, of course, according to God's instruction and timing and everything, but scientifically, that's pretty much how that process works. So now I feel like it's just no longer you holding back from expressing yourself. I feel like also doing things for others. Continue to do so, but make sure you're doing so with people that actually reciprocate it, where they're not draining and depleting you, where you're not feeling as though you're obligated. You have the right to say yes and no. And if somebody can't take that, respect that, make you want to feel some type of way, that's a clear indication, oh, you are no service to me. I cannot give you no more service. Wow, I just saw 2 big old butterflies. 2 big old butterflies. All right, so let's see what the week... Baby, you see that? Hope, spiritual ascension, and peace for the beginning of the week. The middle of the week, we got detachment, mechanical, and code. And then, praise God, by the end of the week, baby, you Baywatch. It says, save yourself, you are enough solo path. So maybe this is also you no longer overly extending yourself to where it's been clearly evident in some instances that it's time to detach, be a little cold. Recognizing that maybe that's what you've been getting and just haven't been able to recognize that because you had some healing to do to come into balance within yourself. Now you can see. You ain't about to drown. I'm trying to tell you. And if somebody did detach in this state or period of time that was a hardship for you, they grew distant, whatever the case may be, that's letting you know that wasn't no rooted connection anyway. Regardless, it's time for you to move on. Give me what the message is. So, a helpful resource is coming. And I'm going to let you know right now. It's you and it's God. But this is also giving me what I told you earlier. Like, you got support coming. There is someone that's coming to help you. Detachment and cult, the devil's advocate. Maybe I was me. Or maybe I'm actually finally standing up for myself. Or maybe I'm actually finally not being overly emotional. Devil's advocate here. And then that too, don't be so quick to allow that to be like, you know what, maybe I try this. Maybe this is telling me wait. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? But don't let it create discouragement is what I'm saying. Any way you can detach, I feel, a little emotionally and allow yourself to just embody, you're going to naturally start to feel. And then this is going to happen, which is what to consider now. Which this may be a decision to move independently. This also may be as a result of recognition and getting back up. Listen, you got my security followed by the subconscious thought. So serious. So, oh, I didn't read you balance. Okay. So with balance, balance is 21. That's intuitively giving me synchronicity to the world card. This is going to be experienced by the end of this week. Look at the synchronicity with the white and the red, and then this white and red. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so 21. All right. Regulate, give and take. Regulate, give and take. Sorry, not. Regulate, give and take. As above, so below. Scattered energy, growth, and root chakra. Most definitely. It says you can only grow as far as you are rooted, so be sure to give yourself proper time to grow. Don't burn the candle at both ends or get ahead of yourself at this time. Remember to take as much time as you need and exercise moderation. Take time to be still and observe where your energy is going and then adjust accordingly. Be aware of where you put your time and energy. It is not serving you to split your energy right now. Okay? And I tried to put the full book in there, so if you wanted to pause that and read the top of that, you could, just for time purposes. I don't want to, do too much, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, yo. Alright, so show me what this looks like for my loveless soul watching. It's royally rising, like the royal they are. Okay? Alright, show me. I can't hear that no more. Can't hear what? I can't hear that negative thinking. I can't hear nothing that I don't want to do. I can't hear nothing that's going to make me feel anything less than this high vibrational energy that I just got put in as a result of getting the confirmation and clarity directly from God. Okay? Not me. I'm just saying, I'm just a vessel. Like, so please don't misconstrue what I said. I do not in any way, shape, or form, honey. I am a vessel for the love, light, truth, and the will of God to speak through. Because I want you to feel empowered to where, like I said, now you know how to check yourself. You know how to ask the right questions and discern your intuition. Listen, meet me halfway, right there. Followed by, go get it. And honestly speaking, where it applies, this is about you moving independently with God. Everybody can't go with you. And then to be honest, I feel like with what I picked up on with a lack of support, and then also going into my testimony of people really kind of counting you out, these people don't deserve to go with you. Because this path of yours is so low. So, baby, let me tell you, your guys, angels, ancestors was waiting. They was waiting. And so now if it is involving another person, right? Well, get your butt over here. Okay, well, I'm still handling my business. I'll see you when you get to this side. You know what I'm saying? But even looking in this, you're dealing with a person that looks like they don't want to. You've ascended beyond this person, which is why there's been some sort of discord in this relationship. Take it as it resonates. But you're ready for new. You're ready to walk in your power. That's what this is showing. Go get it. Literally. Let's go, little kitty cat. It ain't perfect, but everything is beautiful here. With the first step that you take, you see the light. Surfacing my sexy is sacred with ascending in consciousness. Do you know how special you are? Look up what sacred means. But don't doubt yourself in your relationship with God. And what he's revealing to you, how he's working in your favor, and the shift that's getting ready to happen on your behalf. No more. Okay? And don't let a circumstance, a person, place, or thing take you off of your square. No more. This is for you, and you are enough for it. And I'm not going to let you give up. So if you with me, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I do content that focuses on manifesting, healing, and self. Hit the bell so you'll be notified when I do my uploads. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until our next encounter, you continue to stay in a high vibe, get in your rocket, take off, and fly, which is just to freely love yourself. All right, take care.